Triple G, brace yourself for the things you'll see. From comic books to toys and more, and all cartoons that we adore. Pop culture, flicks and geeky stuff, we love it all and can't get enough. So settle in and enjoy the show. Please hit like and subscribe before you go.
How's it hanging, YouTube? Peter here, your ginger Geordie geek. Welcome back to the channel, where tonight I'm joined by my favourite of the toy collecting community. We've got Simon. How are you, Simon?
I'm not too bad. How are we, man?
No, that'll not do. That'll not do. We need the
Hello!
traditional. There we go. Hello. Yeah. So unfortunately, Sorrel is still not feeling too well. James is at work apparently. And Luke, now I think Luke's been abducted. I don't know what's happened to Luke. But yeah, so it's me and Simon for the start, and then Mr. Keegan is going to join me in a little bit. But Simon, seriously, how are you doing, mate? Are you well?
Yeah. Oh well. All dandy. So
Good stuff. Good stuff. We've got lots to talk about tonight, Simon. So we'll jump to the chat. Simon, we've put James's slides to the end of the show.
Yeah.
Really, I thought, you know what I mean? People will start to fade out by then anyway, so it'll not matter if they jump off at that point. But if they do stick around, it's normally better when you present the slides anyway. So
yeah,
you could do the game and stuff as well, couldn't you?
I could do the game and stuff. Yeah.
Of course you could. Of course you could.
I know more. Like
you do. Absolutely, absolutely. We've got C4 Darkman. Nice to see he's doing the dishes, but he should be ready soon. Nice to see. We've got Aussie AC. Hope you're well, bud. Hope you're well. Oh, he's here already. Simon, don't say anything stupid till I get there. Simon never says stupid stuff. How dare you? We've got Bat Dan. Nice to see you, Bat Dan. Hope you're doing well, bud. We've got Fuzzy of the Dunlop. Salutations. Salutations to you. We've got Dr. Von Hoot. Evening, Von Hoot. Hope you're doing well. And we've got Jack. Nice to see you, Jack. Wayne's in the chat. Wayne, how's your bulbous head? How's your face doing, mate? Are you feeling better?
I actually mentioned to Wayne because I've had that before.
Yeah.
Like the
cellulitis.
I had it on a holiday, which was awful. Time to get it. So
Simon, I'm just gonna check with you because I know what you're like.
Yeah.
Did you have that, or did you just have sunburn?
No, I had a spot and I picked it, and then it turned to cellulitis.
Oh,
And it just
yeah.
So half the holiday was fine, and then this other one, my eye was like this.
See, I wish you'd send photos. But Wayne, seriously, mate, we do hope you're feeling better, bud. I hope you are feeling fit and well. Fuzzy, this is Cozy. What a pair. I've heard that before. Yeah. Oh, crap. What do you mean, oh, crap? This is the cream. This is the creme de la creme. We've got Chris Bell. Hope you're doing well, Chris. Hope you're doing well. You have a gift. You have a gift in running people off. You should be studying. Yeah, I start shows and then they just seem to end. It's strange. Jack. Oh, God. Simon, don't listen to any of them, Simon, right? I have got the button on standby, but don't listen to any of them yet.
Yeah.
Wayne, it's nearly there, nearly back to normal, Wayne. That's it. You know. Oh, yeah, it's still looking normal, ugly as ever. Bless you. I'm glad you're feeling a little bit better, bud. I'm glad you're feeling a bit better. Okay, Simon. Let's crack on because we have got lots to cover.
Let's do this.
And I'd like to try and get the show finished before James turns up, to be honest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Everyone's just finishing their pancakes, probably.
That, you're probably right. You know what I mean? And I've seen the way he eats. He'll be eating a stack, I would have thought. He'll be like, you know. Ugh. Anyway.
Oh, I did see this. I did see this.
This madness.
It is madness.
I just wanted to throw a few slides in before we get to kind of our usual slides. This is a Cheeto, which people have said looks like Charizard. You're a Pokemon guy. Is that the dragony like looking one?
Yeah, that's the one of the main ones people like, isn't it? On the very first. Yeah.
I mean, it looks more like a character from Julia Donaldson's books to me. But have you seen that this is sold now?
Yes, and I saw the amount. It was astonishing.
So in the chat, if you haven't seen any of the news on this, just take a guess at how much some nutcase has paid for what is in essence, it's just a crisp, isn't it? It's just a monkey flavored crisp. Looks like my appendix. Yeah, just Fuzzy, drop away in the chat. A couple of you in the chat, drop how much you think someone's paid for this crisp.
Now,
Because
I'm
it
interested.
looks
Did
like
he really open it like that, or do you think he just glued it together?
Well, this is it, Simon. I don't know. I mean, I reckon we could knock one of them up, couldn't we? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I
We could
mean,
get a few
honestly,
bags of
what
Twiglets or
people will
something and
pay
knock that up.
nowadays. Have you ever followed that the guy who did the Amazon thing, Ubers? He's now sold a stick for 400 quid.
No.
Yeah.
This is mental, isn't it? It's just mental.
And the people buy these things. I'm
Yeah.
like, what? I'm gonna get
Crazy.
a garden and start selling stuff.
We've got a few guesses. Shelley. Yep. Fuzzy. Some near. We've got Christina. Nice to see you, Christina. So the CGC crisps now. Yeah. Chris, 1K. People are crazy. Well, Chris Bell, hold on to your hat. Someone now, bearing in mind, a 9.8 Charizard graded card sold for, I think it was 40 odd thousand. Okay. This crisp sold for $87,840.
It's like a mortgage.
$87,840 for a friggin' Cheeto, or whatever you call it.
Do you know who bought it?
Some
like-
nutcase. I've no idea. It's going to be some bloody American. This is going to end up encased in gold around some rapper's neck or something, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's going to be like some chain or some shit. But Cheetos and crisps go off, don't they? So is this not just going to rot and degrade? And
Yeah, but we're going back to that banana stuck on the wall on the painting, aren't we? Like what that sold for. I mean, this is just too much money. Like this money should be given to like the homeless and stuff, not a bloody Cheetos Charizard.
Absolutely. I mean, I just can't. I just can't.
No.
Just can't. Chris is saying the stick thing was genius, in fairness. Fuzzy, it'll be a yank. Yeah, I think it probably was, Fuzzy. Shelley, cannot believe it. Yeah. I figured maybe 8K if they'd had a brain injury. No, man. Yeah, it's just, I mean, I saw this and I just thought, I can't get my head around it. Looks like Goofy a little in the face. Yeah. I don't think Cheetos degrade like McDonald's patties. You're probably right. It's like a Twinkie, innit? It'll just stay like that forever and ever and ever. I want that crisp in charge. The colour suggests it could be related to Trump. Yeah, certainly. And he's a bit red in the face. I mean, yeah, I'm going to start buying them as well, Christina. I'm going to start buying them just in case I find something exciting like that. Mental. Anyway, moving on.
Is there any purple crisps? You could do the Gengar next or something like that.
You could,
you know?
a Pikachu or something like that.
Yeah.
That's the only name I know from Pokemon. But yeah, madness. I wanted to mention this. This is, I don't think it's on your slide, Simon. This
It's
was
not.
just,
No, this
yeah,
one.
brought
I
up
think this
today.
only just got announced, isn't it? That's why it's not on mine.
Yeah, because this show is now live over in the States. I don't think we've got it yet. Tell us in the chat if it's on Disney.
I've not
yet.
seen it on Disney Plus. No.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen it yet. I think this looks pretty cool. I like the figure. I like the effect for the Billy Clubs. Does my head in a little bit with this whole Daredevil show, why we've not got a DD emblem on his chest yet. I'm not sure why they kind of keep it away from that. It doesn't make any sense.
I don't know.
It's strange. You like this
Maybe
figure,
it's like
Simon?
too prominent to have big DD or.
Well, interestingly, there was an interview with Charlie Cox and someone asked him that and he said, I'm not saying anything. So I wonder if by the end of this season we are going to get an emblem of some kind on his chest. I don't know. What do you think of the figure?
Yeah, it looks really good. Yeah. So what? I'm confused because he went to the yellow costume and now he's gone back to the red again.
Yeah, so
So-
he went to the yellow costume in She-Hulk, but it wasn't really explained why. And then in
Yeah.
the trailer for this, we see him standing next to like a whole host of different helmets. So I think this is set. Someone in the chat will correct us. I think this is set years after the TV series.
Right.
So I think he's been Daredevil for a long time and retired from being Daredevil. So he's probably going to have had a whole host of different
So
costumes.
do you think this is pre She-Hulk or after She-Hulk?
I think this is after She-Hulk. I think
After
probably, to be
She-Hulk.
honest, Simon, I think they're going to try and forget She-Hulk happened. I don't think you'll get any reference to that in this, to be fair.
Okay.
in terms of the figure, the head sculpt I think looks great, mate. I think
Oh
it
yeah,
really
it looks.
interesting.
Yeah, I really like him. So.
Yeah, so quite cool, quite cool. People in the chat, Chris, I've got a Pringle with Jesus' face on it. Bin starts at 50k. That's not bad going, that Chris. That's not bad going. Okay, Daredevil starts tomorrow. Good stuff.
Okay.
Checking that out. 6 packets of Monster Munch. There's got to be Jesus in there somewhere. Yeah, we should do like a competition, shouldn't we? See who can find a comic book related crisp. That's a competition. If anybody can find a comic book related crisp and send us an image of it on Instagram, I'll send you some free comics. So, but it needs to be good. I need to recognise it. All right, we'll show it on this show in a few weeks' time. Definition of pure waste of money. Yeah, it's mental. Wasn't on Disney when I looked 2 hours ago. Christina saying hi to Dr. Ravonna. Hoot. Right, set 5 years after season 3 ended. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, we will get a whole host. That's why we've got all the different costumes. I'm sure in the trailer it hinted that he'd retired at this point.
Because he speaks to the Kingpin again about it or something. Yeah.
A crisp live unboxing. See, we're breaking new ground here, Dan. We are breaking new ground. This is the quality content you get on TripleG Comics. We're going to do a crisp unboxing. I think
Crispathon.
A crispathon. Ooh, I think that could be amazing. Okay, I wanted to mention this. Are you aware of this website, Simon? Toy Habits.
No, I'm not actually. No, I've seen
so
that Toy Fair symbol because that was the
Yeah, so I wasn't aware of this. Our good friend Fuzzy sent us some links earlier in the week which directed us to this website. I just wanted to give them a bit of a shout out because I'm going to show some of their slides in a minute. Cracking website. Anybody that's into toys and into toy news, well worth checking out Toy Habits. They've got some great stuff on there. We've had a big toy fair just this week and they've got a whole host of different slides from it. There's some interesting stuff in there, so go check it out. A few of the things that jumped out at us. Fuzzy sent us some of these images as well. This is a Thundercats and He-Man crossover, Simon.
Yes, I did announce. Yeah, I did know they were doing this, so I don't know what your thoughts are of it. Do you like it or not?
I don't know. I think we talked about it last week because we'd seen a
few
of the figures last month. Sorry, I quite liked the Battle Cat, but I don't know about the rest of them. The Lion was not necessarily jumping out at us. I find these crossover things quite strange because we've had
it's like the Star Wars toys. You know when they did the hologram ones for me, they just don't appeal to me. Or the holiday Christmas Star Wars Black Series, and they just did not appeal to me.
We had like Santa Claus Vader and things, didn't we? At one point, which
and all those ones, and but you've got the hologram ones, which I'm thinking they're just clear figures.
Yeah,
you know.
I mean, they do. Super 7 do that a lot as well, where you've got for like their Thundercat line, you've got Ghost Jogger and things like that, and they look pretty good.
Yeah.
Just you mentioning Star Wars figures there, I might have asked this before. Did we ever see any examples of? Do you remember there was a period where they were saying if you sent in a picture of yourself that could turn you into one of the Star Wars figures or something? Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do. I follow this lass on Instagram who was supposed to be getting a figure like that, and I've not heard anything since. So it's like, yeah, they were going to make figures of people to look like you, and now I think they've put it on the back burner probably.
I just don't remember ever seeing any of them on like a Facebook group or anything like that, so I wonder if they'd binned the idea. Fuzzy saying it was American only. Is that for the faces, Fuzzy? Did you see any of them, Fuzzy, online? Did anybody? I guess I'm just interested to see if anybody got one done and what the quality of the figure was like. Do you know what I mean? If it actually resembled the person it was meant to. Yeah, I'll not be picking up any of these, even though I am a Thundercats and a He-Man fan. I'm not a fan of these kind of crushed together things. This was an interesting little blast from the past. I don't know if this was more.
My cousin's got the original one.
Yeah, I mean, great teddy bears back in the day. My Pet
They
Monster. I can't remember owning a one, but these are back out. And I don't know. I quite like the look of it. It's probably not something I'll be picking up, but
it's quite. I like how all these things that we used to collect are coming back out, like Boglins and these, and you know what I mean, and the Street Sharks, and it's quite nice that they're all coming back out again.
Yeah, so. Yeah. It feels And we're going to get to another slide in a little bit. It feels like nostalgia again has really kicked off this year, and they're really going back to some old toy lines and properties, which is nice. I do like that. Chris Bell's saying they've made one with Wayne's face on. Toxie's out there. That's harsh, Chris. That is harsh, Chris. But fair. This is interesting for me. This is the next line from Marvel's, the Marvel Masters of the Universe Origins. This is the Fright Zone. I had the original of this when I was a kid from He-Man.
Oh,
it's kind of Hordak's playset, I guess.
Yeah.
The difference with this is I'm sure the moat creature that's poking its little head through there, I'm sure that was like a hand puppet thing back in the day. Correct us in the chat, guys, if I'm wrong, but I thought it was like a rubber sock thing that you stuck your hand in. It sounds wrong, doesn't it? And poked it through that, poked it through the hole. But I quite like this.
So this is what we need in Black Series, more play sets like this. I know they do some, but like it's not for the Black Series. They do it for Vintage line.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, didn't you have is it HasLabs or whatever a while ago? Weren't they doing the cantina scene?
Yeah, they did, which was too
much
money.
Of a strange one. I don't know if that got through.
I think it did. I think it went through. So, yeah.
But this is quite nice. I don't collect that size of He-Man figure, and if I was going to pick one up, I'd probably go for an original, but I think it's nice for collectors who are after that kind of a thing. Von Hoot's confirming, yeah, it was a hand puppet. My best mate had it. Put your hand in, did you, Peter? Well, yeah, wasn't. Yeah, it was a big hand puppet, Chris. Too big, if you know what I mean, for me. But yeah, it's a nice little set. This now, oh, sweet baby Jesus.
M.A.S.K.
Have you heard of M.A.S.K, Simon?
I have. I can't remember it a lot though. That's the thing. As a show, it's not one that was on my radar. Mine was Dino Riders, as I said, and then what was the other one where they had animals in them? Like I've got it.
Visionaries.
Visionaries, yes.
Yeah.
That I remember Visionaries and collecting them. So
M.A.S.K was probably my favorite toy line. Just because I liked the action figures and the actual figures, the little men were pretty naff. There wasn't any articulation to speak of really, but
there wasn't in Dino Riders. No. I just liked dinosaurs at the time.
Yeah. But the vehicles were basically, Transformers, kind of Transformers. So the motorbike there, Condor, turns into a helicopter, and I always thought that the car there was a little bit sad because it's literally a car and its doors open. That's not particularly exciting. The blue aeroplane there turns into a helicopter as well. Just really fun figures to play with. Great action sets. And this is the news that we're getting a relaunch from the loyal subjects. That, by the way, is the people who are doing the monster thing we just showed off as well. This has got us kind of excited. So these are quite loyal to the original designs. They've updated a little bit. They've got some new effect pieces in. The figures are more articulated, but in terms of the design and the kind of the tooling of the vehicles, they are pretty similar to the originals.
Could be pricey with those prices though.
So Thunderhawk, which is the car, is $55 there, which I mean, I don't know in terms of how much you would pay for a vehicle like that. I don't know.
Well, I could get a Transformers car cheaper than that.
Yeah, you could. The mobile defense unit, which is interesting. So some of these have got the original names, like Thunderhawk and Condor. Some of them, for whatever reason, they've had to change the names. So the mobile defense unit, the MDU, which is 111 quid, that's Rhino Rig. So that's the bottom one, which is I've got the original. I've got the vintage one of that. That's a nice set, but for over £100, it's a lot of money. There is a second version of that you can get, which is a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, which is going for 166 quid, which has got a translucent paint to it, but it comes with, you'll not remember from the show, probably Simon, it comes with T-Bob and Scott Tracker, who's a little white robot. I ain't paying 166 quid for that.
You could get a new 1/6 for that.
Yeah, you could. Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got Condor, which was always my favourite, which is, I think, reasonable at 33 quid. I might end
That's
up
not.
picking
Yeah,
that
that's
up.
not too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you've got Switchblade, which is the main bad guy's blue aeroplane there, again, which they've renamed to High Tech Helicopter rather than Switchblade, which is, again, interesting. These look very nice. I have to say, my personal preference with this kind of a thing is if you can get the original, always go for the original. Now, I've got Condor and Rhino Rig and a few others. So I'm not sure I'll pick these up. I'll probably pick up the Condor because of the price point and it's my favourite. But I'm certainly not paying 166 quid for a Rhino Rig. But if you can't get a hold of the originals, or the originals, you can't get them in decent nick, and you love this franchise, it's well worth getting. I'm just pleased to see them coming back out in figure format. If they were to do an old vintage toy line from your childhood, Simon, then which one would you go for?
I think it would be Dino Riders, or although that is still they're still going with that Zoids. I collected a few Zoids. I love them.
So I picked up a vintage Zoid last year, I think it is. Great fun. Love those. Yeah. Wind up, aren't they?
They are when they move and everything. Yeah. So
they're pretty cool. Von Hoot is saying the price point on the M.A.S.K vehicles are pretty good. The big truck is only $100, and that's the top price point. I think I'd always go for original, like I say, but I think it's great just to see these back on the shelves. I think it's great. Renamed the truck due to licensing. Yeah. I saw Mondo announced a Street Shark too. Well, I haven't seen that shiny.
Yeah, they announced. I saw that. Yeah, so it's a bit weird because they've obviously just redone the Street Sharks and the Mondo's gone on it. So yeah,
very cool. This lives and dies in the packaging for me. So apparently, Fuzzy, I think the article you sent is they're trying to stick with the vintage packaging as much as they can. But you're right. I think this has got good legs. I hope kids buy it for these prices. I don't know what kids buy these days, but I would love to see more M.A.S.K. I've said previously, I think M.A.S.K's a franchise that is woefully underused in comics and TV and all the rest of it. We got a bit of a revival a while ago by IDW, I think, and it was pretty awful. But I'd love to see these crossover with G.I. Joe or Transformers or something again. Fuzzy, the Void Rival figures will scale beautifully, same size. Yeah, that is very true, Fuzzy. I spotted Von Hoot. Don't know if you're still in the chat, but I spotted that there's a San Diego Comic Con exclusive of Jetfire that comes with 2 Void Rival figures. That looks really cool. I would be keen up. There you go. He's there. Void Rivals with the reader of Jetfire from Siege. It looks very cool. I like that. Justice for GoBots. GoBots not something I ever got into. I have to be honest. I need to look into them a bit more. But Dan, I didn't know there were any Void Rivals figures. Yeah, the small scale, as the guys are saying, they look pretty cool. We've got good old Andy. Nice to see you, Andy. Hope you're well. Just talking about M.A.S.K. I know you're a M.A.S.K fan, Andy. So yeah, I think these look pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. Everyone said the same about Biker Mice and Toxic Crusaders, though. They did, but then the comics were naff, weren't they, Fuzzy? That's the worry, sadly. I'm still keen to see the Toxic Crusaders movie with Peter Dinklage, but yeah, Biker Mice, I did try and read that, and it wasn't good. It wasn't good, sadly. Okay, moving on. Have you seen Captain America 4 yet?
I haven't yet. No, it's one I need to jump on. So,
it's an interesting movie, Simon.
yeah.
I mean, this is a bit of a spoiler for you in case you didn't know, but good old Red Hulk shows up at the end.
Yeah.
Played by Harrison Ford. This is the Hot Toys figure. This is a pricey figure, but I think the head sculpt's pretty cool. I think it looks quite nice.
It does look quite good.
Yeah,
very good.
I'm not keen on the joints on the legs, but I do think the face sculpt's pretty good. At this point in time, though, I don't have a big enough affinity with this character. This is going to cost you around about 380 quid. I don't like it that much.
No. Red Hulk's not my favourite, so.
Yeah. I mean, I like I say, I like the head sculpts. I think the bear and the teeth one is pretty cool. I'm completely with Chris here. He's saying, why didn't they do seamless on this? It boggles belief for me, Chris, because I think you spot the arm joint and you think, oh, that's not the best. But then I haven't zoomed in on the picture, but the leg joints are absolutely atrocious. They're
Bit
really
like
bad.
Hasbro, isn't it? Really,
Yeah,
with their leg
it's
joints.
such a shame because I do think that's cracking head sculpt, to be honest. Fuzzy, too heavy perhaps for the seamless joints, maybe. Fuzzy, maybe. Andy's confirming M.A.S.K, the favourite of all the cartoons. Yeah, I think mine as well, Andy. I love M.A.S.K. I actually really enjoyed the movie. Only gripe, you could tell it was reshot to hell and back because of how quick he beats the villains. Yeah, it certainly suffered through an awful lot of reshoots, I'm afraid, Jack, which was a shame. I have to say, it didn't blow me away, the film, but it didn't upset us either in the same way as some of the other movies have recently. And I thought Harrison Ford was great in it, so I really enjoyed his performance.
Is it just more like a filler movie then, or?
It was sold as kind of a relaunch to the MCU in some regards, but yeah, it does feel a bit filler. And as you know, as Jack says, there are bits of it that for me just don't make any sense, and it's because they cut so much out.
Really?
And they've reshot it, and you know, there's characters who are in it, and you think, I don't even know why you're here. It doesn't make any sense why you're doing.
Does
what
that put you in good hopes for Thunderbolts then?
I'm optimistic about Thunderbolts. I'm trying to
Yeah.
remain optimistic.
Okay.
Yeah. Shiny. Although, have you seen the seams in art include on their new Chainsaw Man figure? They're the worst looking arm joints I've ever seen. yeah. I think I haven't seen that figure, but I see what you're saying. Yeah. So that's Red Hulk. Not a one I'm going to pick up. Simon, bit of Star Wars.
Bit of Star Wars, even though I'm sort of stopping the collection, I thought I'll keep it going. You've got more of the Mandalorian. I mean, look, it's like 44 figures now. That's a lot, just for the Mandalorian. They just keep chucking them out. Yeah, Moff Gideon, an Imperial Praetorian Guard. I don't know how you
That the
pronounce
red
that.
ones.
Yeah, the red ones.
I do like the look of them, mind.
Yeah, they do look. I'm not. The figures are good. I just don't like the fact that they're continuing with these lines. Do you know what I mean? For me, I already had the collection and they were fine, and then they went square boxes and then continued, and they're just like shoving these figures out from the shows, just to sell.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And that's my big beef with them. So I won't go too much on the boxes, but.
Says, I swear we'll see the same slide.
I know. You've got Cassidy Andor and director Orson from Andor. So the new Andor's not out yet. This is from the previous one. Like they could have made these figures when they brought the line out, but it's just like, oh, we actually haven't made that figure in that suit, so let's do and make that figure. Yeah. So it just seems Hasbro pushing out figures that just to sell and make money, and that's my biggest bugbear with these. So
I'm sorry, Simon. Do you know what? Because it's just me and you.
Yeah.
I'm not criticizing. I'm just listening and I'm absorbing. But people in the chat are saying what I'm thinking. You know,
yeah, I know.
Toy company makes toys to sell them.
No, I get that. They're making toys to sell, but with a series. The series was out ages ago, and they did it to like 11 figures, and then they just thought it took them a year, and they thought, oh,
listen,
let's
Simon,
put this figure out and this figure out and this figure out.
Listen, Simon, you don't have to pander to our viewers, all right?
Yeah.
As far as you're concerned, you'd bought enough, so they should have just stopped and just left it at that.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Obviously, you didn't get the memo. They made more bloody toys, which is ridiculous, and you were done. So just move on.
I know. Move on.
Jack's just saying Thunderbolts are getting very positive reaction. The first screenings, best reactions from Phase 5. I'm quietly hoping that it's going to be good. What about the helmets, Simon? Do you collect the helmets?
I don't. I've only got one. They're pretty cool, and they are really good helmets to get. This is a clone trooper helmet, and I like the ones with the colours, and they all mean different things. So, but for me, I'd always want a whole suit. Do you know what I mean? And you can't. They don't sell the body, so they've got helmets, but it's like you really want the armor sets as well.
I mean, they don't sell the suits in my size, Simon. I've tried. Von Hoot saying he misses the box talk. Fuzzy, you don't have to buy them. I think that's an option. Don't think it is, Fuzzy. I don't think it is.
Yeah.
I think you've got to. Hashtag worn helmet. Chris loves a nice helmet. Chris, later on, I have got a helmet to show you, mate. I've blown it up and I've got a big picture later on to show you what I think is the sexiest, shiniest helmet you're going to have seen for a long, long time, mate. A long, long time. You just buy the helmet and then you use it to steal everything else. Yeah. You are the helmet. Wow. Okay, let's move on. Bit of Mondo news. So we've got another Wolverine figure from Mondo. I quite like this one. This is based on the recent animated series. You get him with kind of a bared chest look if you want in a torn shirt. The thing that the pushing on this is these energy effects that go on his claws, because you can have him being carried by Gambit, like they did in the animated show. Do you know, when Gambit charged his claws and whatnot? You get the Sentinel's head. I quite like that. I don't collect this line, but I do think they're pretty nice.
I like
figures.
how they've added all these add-ons. They're quite it's quite good.
At Mondo figures, you know, there's a bit of snobbery within the 1/6 universe where people say, 1/6 scale should look like actors and all the rest of it. I don't go into that 100% because I like my cartoons and my action figures based on cartoons. So if you're happy enough to see or to accept that these figures have got exposed joints and things like that, then I think they're a great pickup. I'm loving the He-Man and Thundercats line. Cartoon series that my son used to watch is this Adventure Time. I don't know, are you familiar with Adventure Time?
I've only watched like a few. I've not really watched it back to back. It's something I'd like to get into and watch.
It's quite good fun. It is quite good fun. So this is an interesting 2-pack from Mondo. You get, I think it's Jake the dog, or Jake and Finn, or Flynn.
Yeah, Finn. Yeah. So.
Plenty of add-ons for them. The exclusives that you get look pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, not ones I would pick up, but I think Adventure Time is quite a popular cartoon. So nice that Mondo are doing these figures for
I think so. I'd like them to do a Steven Universe. I did watch that, and I really like Steven Universe. So
that had a
going
banging
into
theme tune, didn't it?
It did, yeah.
Yeah,
so.
I remember that one. Yeah. See how cool I sound there. Like I'm down with the kids. It's like a banging theme tune. We've got Efren. What the heck? You two should have invited me. Yeah, we've got James coming along soon, apparently, to talk about games, Efren. Efren, if you can cover some of the game slides, you're more than welcome to jump on, mate. You do a better job than James, so jump on. Von Hoot is clipping the helmet talk, I believe. If you're an adult buying that, you need your hard drive checked. Wait, a sandwich. Take it back to 1/6 scale sandwich, Fuzzy. It looks tremendous. I got the Mondo Harley. I love it. Exclusive came with the hoodless sculpt, which is the only Harley I collect. Though the pre-orders pics looked like crap, but the figure is amazing. Yeah, I saw this is from the animated series one, Shiny, isn't it? I saw that figure. It did look incredibly good. I think Mondo do good stuff. I was in Smith's the other day. The bastards had shelves and shelves of toys. I couldn't believe it. They were selling them. I think this is still aimed at you, Simon. I think this is right, Simon.
Right.
Gameverse.
Yes, so there's a big announcement for the Spider-Man 2 from the Gameverse. Obviously, you can wear different suits. James would know this more than me because obviously he played the game. I haven't really played the Spider-Man games because it's PlayStation, and I don't have PlayStation. But yeah, they look cool figures, and if you collect that line, I think the Gameverse one's pretty cool. So
I can't really read the names on the sides there, so let one know in the chat. But the costume design on that first one looks like the Captain Britain version of Spider-Man.
It says Miles Morales on there.
Yeah.
Upgraded to suit style.
Yeah. It has a look of during the Spider-Verse comic series. There was a Captain Britain version of Spider-Man. It looks a little bit like that. That looks like your standard black suit, the next one. Don't know the blue one at all. Not sure who that one is.
Anti-Venom, it says. Anti-Venom suit style.
All right. I thought Anti-Venom was white.
I thought it was as well, but I don't know. I've never played the game, so...
Yeah, and then we've got another Miles Morales. I cannot read that. It's Spider-Man 2099 by the looks of it. Black Cat, interesting.
Yeah.
And that's an interesting kind of Miles Morales Captain America version, I guess.
American one.
I didn't like any of them, Simon. I won't be picking up any of them, I'm afraid. You fancy any of them?
Well, I've never played the game, and I don't collect any Marvel Legends now, just because I just didn't want to get down that rabbit hole. So
Yeah. So yeah, interesting looking figures, interesting costume designs. Not bad. Peg warmers, Fuzzy says. I think you're probably right, Fuzzy. I'm sure that one in the end, I don't know if you get that in the game, I presume you do, but that was a variant cover that I think I had for an issue of What If, where it was what if Miles Morales became Spider-Man or became Captain America or something. So I think it was like a one and done issue. Remember last year there was a whole series of what if Miles Morales was Wolverine, what if Miles Morales was Captain America or whatever. So I can't imagine there's a massive, unless, like I say, it's a very popular costume in the game.
I think the black cat would sell because and so some of them would, but yeah, I'm agree with Fuzzy. Some of them will be peg warmers.
Yeah. You're right. I read it. I can't remember it being good, Fuzzy. I seem to remember it was cack, to be honest. Yeah, interesting choices. Couple of action figures from Hot Toys, just to mention. I can't pronounce his name. Are you a fan of Squid Games, Simon?
Is it Seong Gi-yoon?
I'm just going to go with it. What you said.
Seong Gi-yoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, Squid Games is one of my favorite. Actually, you know what? That looks a good figure.
Yeah.
I think.
I mean, the head sculpt's incredible. I've seen the guy because he's in Acolyte as well, isn't he? Not Acolyte.
Yeah.
Yeah, Acolyte. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a cracking head sculpt. Looks great. It's not a figure that I would rush out and get. It's a surprise figure from Hot Toys, I think.
Do they have any other Squid Game figures or just no?
I presume they're going to do the guys in the red kind of costumes at some
That's
point.
what I was thinking. Like, you want he'd look nice with them stood behind him. Do you know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah.
So yeah.
We've then got the Captain America from Brave New World, with the updated Anthony Mackie head sculpt. A great head sculpt. I've got the original version of this. The wings are just phenomenal on it. I'll not pick this one up because, like I say, I've got the original one. But this is a nice figure. It's a nice figure if you like that particular costume design. Wings, like I say, are incredibly impressive. We've then got a TIE fighter. This was announced today. Sorry, a TIE fighter pilot. That's really cool. I like the look of that.
The only problem with that, I can see with that helmet, is it too heavy that the figure could fall over a lot?
It does look like a rather large. We're back to a bulbous helmets. It looks like a rather large head, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's accurate to the movie. I can't remember.
I think it
you
is.
See them stand up, do you?
Yeah.
Always sat in the TIE fighter. But yeah, I think that's it's a pretty cool looking figure. I'm surprised it kind of came out of nowhere. This one, I wasn't expecting that one to come out, to be honest. And then we've got, this was announced a while ago, but it's now shipping. This is the Flash, Ezra Miller. I kind of put that on because we've got blogger pictures coming. It looks to me awful. I just cannot believe people would be buying this after how the film was received and how he's received.
Did I ever tell you the story about Mum calling him a fag?
No, you didn't.
So during COVID, my mum was doing COVID infection control for some of the film sets. I think I mentioned that ages ago. But she did the Flash movie, and she saw Ezra Miller, and he wasn't wearing his mask, and he was smoking weed on set.
Wow.
I don't know how he got the weed, and she went, "Put that fag out," not realizing he's American, and
yeah.
So.
Did he put it out? Or did he...
I think so. Yeah. She was very My mum, like, that's what I loved about my mum, because she didn't really know who these people were.
Yeah. What do you mean? That's what you loved about your mum? She's still with you.
Well, no, she just doesn't know a lot of famous people. So I think she who else did she tell? Sarah Miller. Is it Sarah Miller? Oh,
Milligan?
No, Miller. Someone Miller, I can't remember, a famous actress, and she told her off as well for like COVID. So,
Simon.
I just can imagine my mum doing it, and she doesn't care who they are.
Sienna.
Sienna Miller, yeah.
Right. Okay. Chris is saying the TIE fighter looks like fire. It does look nice. But it is weird timing. I think it's linked to an anniversary or something. Chris, I'm not sure. Oh, just hold your water, Fuzzy. We're coming to that, mate. We're coming to that. Because that's a sexy, sexy figure. The Flash looks shitty actor, good looking figure. The Flash shitty actor, good looking figure. Yeah. I mean, it is a good head sculpt and whatnot. It's just not one I would ever pick up, I'm afraid. The figure seems to have seamless ankles too, which I think is a first. Yeah, I think it is. He's talking about the Squid Game guy. Oh yeah, I see what you mean. I thought you meant the Flash. Yeah, you're probably right. Interesting. Everybody's sending condolences now, Simon, now that your mum's sadly passed. Let's hope she's not watching. I wanted to briefly mention this. Again, this has come from our good friend Fuzzy. Really need to get him on the payroll. This is the news. I don't know if you've seen this, Simon, or not, but
No,
basically McFarlane Toys has lost the license for DC figures and they're moving back to Mattel.
Oh, really? Wow. How did they lose the license? That's a big thing for McFarlane.
Yeah. Presume just a bidding war or whatever. And, they're going to replace them in 2026, which will end the DC Multiverse Collectibles line. So it's a bit of a shame because I think McFarlane figures have always been what I would consider good value.
Really good figures, yeah.
This image here is from when Mattel used to have the license. Interesting box art. I'm not quite sure what's going on with Batman there. Looks like he's got lipstick on and whatnot. Anyway, but yeah, it's sad because McFarlane do some cracking stuff, absolutely cracking stuff.
And they've done some really good lines for the DC. So
quite sad. I mean, not as sad as your mother passing, obviously, Simon, but it is quite sad news. Shiny, they actually cancelled one of the Flash figures completely. The Iron Man, was that not from What If? The Iron Man, it was the weird kind of red and yellow costume, wasn't it? I think.
See, I did think this. Like, I was like, coming to my slides later, I struggled to find a lot of DC figures announcements. So I was thinking, oh, why is there not as many DC as there usually is? So
Mattel figures have the best head sculpts. They look phenomenal nowadays. That is true, Fuzzy. That is very true, mate. Back to 25-30 quid figures, and it'll be interesting to see what they do, and it'll be interesting to see what lines McFarlane pick up outside of this. Plus the bendables are far superior to McFarlane. Okay, I don't think I've seen any of the bendable ones. Fuzzy, I'm not sure. I'll have to have a look at them. I'll have to dig them out. So yeah, sad news. We'll see what transpires with that. Simon, you're up.
Ew.
Oh no.
Here he is.
No.
Yeah, I'll let him in then.
No. No.
What's happening,
Mr.
boys?
Keegan.
What did I miss?
Yo.
You've not. Well, now listen. Seriously, before you start,
Okay. Right.
our best behaviour and be pleasant because Simon's delicate. Because he's just announced live that his mum's passed away. All right.
Okay. I'm so sorry.
She hasn't,
Simon?
She hasn't. It's just
Okay.
fucking
Good.
mental.
I wouldn't have gone easy anyway.
You haven't even spoke, Fuzzy saying turn your mic down.
Turn your mic down. Okay. Why is it's not? I've not changed any settings. It should be the same as it always is.
You do sound loud.
At least I speak English. Simon.
Anyway, you're messing my slide up.
Continue. Stumble your way through this now, Simon. Go on. Do it.
So we had a New York toy fair was announced, and a lot was announced on there. And I have to say, the one toy company that did knock it out the park was NECA. So all of this here is the NECA line. We'll go for it. Some I might not know, but obviously Jaws, really cool figure.
You went for the easy ground there.
The easy one first, yeah.
I would have loved it if you got that wrong.
Yeah.
Big shark.
Yeah, big
The
shark.
Sharknado shark is getting a figure.
I think that's the fly. The fly.
Yeah, Sesame Street, Big Bird. Don't know what the blue guy is. Which is really cool.
Sorry, just before you move off, Simon,
Yeah.
I can't remember what the blue guy's called, but that's what do you call it? Is it Oscar in the trash can, the green.
Yep. Oscar the Grouch.
Loving that.
Oscar the
I'm
Grouch,
loving that.
yeah.
I quite
I
like
can't
them,
remember.
mind. I am quite liking them.
Is the green one the Cookie Monster?
No,
The blue one, you mean?
The blue one, yeah.
No.
Sorry, the
No,
blue
I
one.
don't think
No,
so.
no.
Isn't the Cookie Monster blue?
Yeah,
Cookie
he is, but
Monster's
it doesn't,
blue, yeah.
his face isn't like that, I don't think.
He's
Is it?
bigger as well, Cookie Monster.
Right, I agree.
So.
Don't think you see his legs. Do you see the Cookie Monster's legs?
Isn't he in it? Is he? I feel like he's in a thing. I'm mixing him up with Oscar because Oscar's in. I always imagine the Cookie Monster's in a bin as well, but he's not. Is he in like a cookie jar?
Fuzzy's suggesting Gonzo.
Gonzo.
It's Gonzo.
That's Gonzo's Muppets, not Sesame Street, isn't he? I don't know.
I don't know who the blue one is, anyway.
It's not my slide. I didn't do the research into it.
Then we've got the Turtles mixed monster verse. Obviously, I got one of these at Christmas, and I'm really looking like you've got a Krang there, and you've got a Shredder, and then this other mixed turtle, and they look really, really cool. And I like to pick some more up and get the whole set of these. So
I quite like them.
out of a mixture, like these have done really well. These MonsterVerse turtles, I think. So.
Chris Bell's just saying it's Sam the Eagle. You're probably right, Chris.
That sounds familiar.
Well, I remember Sam the Eagle, very patriotic kind of Union Jack and all the rest of it. But maybe it's just the side look of the image there. It doesn't look like he's got the beak, which was why I didn't think it was Sam the Eagle. But you're probably right. You're probably right. Sorry, Simon, cut you off.
That's all right. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, so they announced Sesame Street and things like that, and then you've got what's the clown's name again?
Art.
That's it. Art the clown from Terrifier, with the little girl in it as well. So these look really, really cool.
It's NECA, is it? Ultimate?
It's all NECA, yeah.
Daddy, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
them.
So,
Shelley's saying it's Harry. I'm not familiar with the character Harry, I don't think.
I've not heard of Harry.
Yeah. Some nice figures there, Simon. Some nice figures.
You've got Chucky, loads of variations of Chucky, and then on the bottom right, it is the Ninja Turtles again, but Last Ronin. So I've not read the Last Ronin yet, so there's a lot of figures there. So
yeah, look cool.
I like the because I know that the Universal Monsters turtle stuff is just sort of a weird combo for me. But I think like the Dracula Shredder figure just kind of works as like Dracula in a cool armor. You know, like even removed from Ninja Turtles, I think that looks kind of cool.
Yeah, I agree. If you'd shown us that, I wouldn't have, just as it was, I wouldn't have thought that was anything to do with Turtles. I would have just thought that was like it's almost like a Marvel version of Dracula. Do you know what I mean? And all that kind of stuff. Very cool. Very, very cool. Nice figures. James, we've got your game and slides at the end, so we'll just leave them.
Yeah, cool. I noticed earlier you talked about the Spider-Man 2 Marvel Legends figures. Yeah, they look cool. I'm excited for them. Well, I'm only gonna get like I'm not gonna get any of the. I'm not fucking around with like Spirit Spider, but like Black Cat, getting her Venom, all them. You know.
Yeah.
Looking forward to them.
Good stuff. Okay, Mondo. Sticking with the Mondo theme. We've got good old evil Lynn. Comes with our hawk. I can't remember what the hawk thing's called. Von Hoot will remind us in the chat. Is it Screech?
Is that because he's a bird expert?
Because he's related. From what I
yeah,
understand.
It's a second cousin.
Second removed cousin or something like that. You know what I mean? I'm sure it's called Screech. But this is evil Lynn. I was humming. Okay. I wasn't gonna get this because I didn't get the Teela figure, because I think out of all of the Masters of the Universe figures, I've got the female character figures are the weakest because of the limbs and the paintwork and stuff. My She-Ra figure's not particularly good. So I was on the fence, and then I saw that image with Screech. It is Screech, I'm sure, with Screech on her arm and the grin and the way it's posed there at the end. And I just thought, it looks friggin' amazing. I love that. So I've bought this one. So this one will be coming my way. I think it looks incredible. You get 4 different head sculpts. The thing with these Mondo figures is you always get a ton of accessories. Vast majority of them stay in the box for us. But I think with this one, I'll definitely be displaying her with Screech. Tempted by the magic hand as well. So yeah, I just thought this looked really, really cool.
What about
So,
the staff? The staff looks pretty cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
I prefer the long version of the staff, but
Yeah, same.
but yeah, I think this is a nice one. So pleased with getting this one. They've put out some. Thank you very much. I thought it was Screech. Thank you. They've put out some images of some of the figures coming next, and we've got what do you call them? Man-y faces. I don't know if you've seen that one before, but it's the guy he's got the helmet, and on the old figure you turned the head.
Yeah, it
and
flips
goes from
around.
like a robot to a human to a monster.
Yeah, it
That'll
changes
be a
the
phenomenal
faces.
Figure. Yeah,
That would
be
be
a
cool.
phenomenal figure. So I'll be getting that one as well. So yeah, picked up Eva Lynn. Think she looks smart as out. Simon, more.
Going on to the Spider-Man 2 Gameverse, you've got Venom got announced as well with that line, which is a pretty cool figure. It looks really bulky figure.
Curious how that's going to scale, because he's massive, like massive
Yeah.
in the game. Like the hot toy, the only reason I've not gotten it is just because it's gargantuan. Like, and I just feel like it looks like it's out of scale. Like, it looks more like a quarter scale thing, even though that is just the size of him. So I would be curious to see this in hand, how big it actually is. You know, does it scale properly with the other figures?
I don't think it will, James. I don't think if they did, it would be a pricey figure, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And I think the truth is that Hot Toys figure, which they tried to make in line with the size in the game, looks ridiculous.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
I agree. It's way
which is,
too
I think,
big.
Yeah, which is why I think most people, or a lot of people, haven't picked it up.
Yeah.
So
And then
I
you've
think
got-
this will be big, but I don't think it'll be like
No, I don't think
Halfway
so.
maybe between
Yeah.
what it should be.
I think it's just Hulk size big, isn't it, really? So,
Yeah, that's what it looks like,
Yeah.
Simon. You're right. You're right.
You've got Archangel from X-Force got announced in Marvel Legends as well, so which is a cool figure.
I like that. I do that. Archangel is a personal favourite character of mine, so, and I'm loving the fact that with that figure, it looks like you've got some of the wing fletches as well on the bottom, for when he shoots the wings. So yeah, that looks pretty cool. I might pick that one up actually. Yeah, nice. Will you be getting that Venom figure then, James?
I'll see how much it costs. If I'm in the shop, I have like a couple £100 worth of Forbidden Planet vouchers. So if I'm in Forbidden Planet, I see it there. No, I still got them. Because like I've mostly stopped collecting things other than 1/6 figures, and I'm very specific about like I just get PlayStation stuff. So like there's rarely, and like Forbidden Planet charge so much for 1/6 figures. It's like I could get this for almost half of the price, like on a Facebook group or something, you know. So why? So I might do. I got a couple of. I still kept this Gamerverse Spider-Man like in this scale, so like I think a Venom would look cool with it. I do keep them in the box though, so
Yeah.
Oh,
just be another box.
he keeps them in the box.
I just kept that. The only one I've taken out of the box.
Oh.
He's over there.
Inbox collector now, are we?
All this
I have-
shit you gave
I
Simon
know.
for keeping his in the box.
He keeps everything in the box. I just keep particular things.
I
in
don't
the
keep
box.
everything in the box.
Yeah, you do.
No, I
Moving
don't.
on.
I never.
Moving
keep
Have you opened one Star Wars Black Series?
Not one
figure?
Star Wars. I
No.
just said not everything. I've opened.
He doesn't keep his cereal in the box. He doesn't.
Yeah.
He's microwave meal for one in the box. He doesn't. You know what I mean? Move on, chaps. Move on. Oh, look at that, man.
This looks cool, doesn't it?
Look, pre-ordered. I've ordered. This looks. I mean, I'm not a massive Agent Venom fan, to be honest, but I think this figure looks absolutely phenomenal. This is the figure Fuzzy was talking about earlier. Agent Venom. Interestingly, this is not linked to the games or anything like that.
Yeah,
It's
when I
under-
saw it initially, I thought it was because
Yeah,
he shows up in.
It's been marketed. It's got. I have cut the logo off there, but it's been marketed as Hot Toys Comics, which is interesting because Hono was supposed to be their comic book kind of line. So the fact that Hot Toys are now recognizing that it's in market for just straight up comic book versions of characters at a Hot Toy level, I think is fantastic. I think this looks great. I love the fact that you can have all the tendrils coming out holding weapons, different guns and all the rest of it. I think the costume looks really, really striking. Yeah, I'm all in on this one. I paid my deposit for this one already. I think it looks great. What do you guys think?
If it was a game like the game version, I probably would have just as a completionist, you know. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just not attached to the character in the. I've not really read much of the character in the comics, so I'm not. You know, that version from the game is the one I know, and it's vastly different.
I think it looks amazing, but are you going to have the tendrils and the guns, or are you going to have that sword arm with it, Peter? Which one are you going to
I'm not a fan of the sword arm, Simon,
You're not?
interestingly. Yeah,
Okay.
and my only criticism of it, and this has just been really, really picky, is that when you look at all of the guns, they're all just, might just be that this is the prototype or whatever, but there's no paint detail on any of them. They all do look like plastic toy guns. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know if that's how it looks. I don't know, but no, I'm not a big fan of the sword arm. I'll have the tendrils holding the guns, and I think him holding a gun as well, or shooting webs. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it looks like a great figure. I really do think it looks like a good figure. So yeah, I'm picking that one up. Paid my deposit on that one. So yeah, that's coming 2026, I think. Simon.
Yes. So we were talking DC. This is what got announced at DC at this toy New York Comic Con. Well, it's Toy Fair, not Comic Con. Yeah, Toy Fair. I love how they've done the Woman of Tomorrow, Super Woman. I think that looks amazing figure. I really do.
Yeah, I like that.
It's a really nice figure.
I've not read that comic book series, to be honest.
That's what the movie's based on, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then obviously they're obviously getting the DC line out before obviously the licensing goes, and they've got all the, the Killing Joke down there and things like that. I can't name them all, but it's pretty cool.
Sorry, did I come on the tail end of an announcement that McFarlane's losing the DC license?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Mattel, is it?
Well,
okay.
I don't think that's gonna. I've got a list of what McFarlane has in front of me, so I don't think it's going to affect McFarlane too much. So obviously that what is pretty cool. I don't know how they're going to scale, or if they will scale with my Street Fighter Jada toys, but the Mortal Kombat toys look pretty cool.
Mortal Kombat. I did
Yeah.
I think they'll scale perfectly with the Jada figures.
You think they will?
Yeah, these are 7-inch. Like McFarlane stuff is kind of more 7-inch. And I think the Jada toys are as well. So I'd imagine you can.
Yeah,
you can
I mean, for me to get all Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter, that would be amazing.
I might get all of these. To be honest, like I like the classic look of Mortal, and I love Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, and they are got the classic look as well.
Yeah, so. just it'd be cool to do a little diorama with
nice.
Do a cutout like health bars and stuff. I think that'd be really cool.
So for anyone who doesn't know, so of the worry of McFarlane toys, they've got Warhammer 40,000, they've got World of Warcraft, which is a big line they've been doing, Avatar, Diablo, Movie Maniacs, Fallout TV series, Walking Dead, Lord of the Rings, and they've done Berserk. I didn't know they did Berserk, yeah. So.
I mean, time will tell, won't it? But I think the sad thing is that McFarlane toys always do seem to do some classic kind of characters, but then mixed in with characters that you might not imagine seeing. Like there's a lightning lad there and stuff, which I wouldn't have anticipated seeing. So time will tell. That Superwoman, Woman of Tomorrow looks spot on. Dr. Von Hoot is saying it's a great series, well worth reading. I'll pick it up, mate. I think I might even have it. I can't remember. Simon, there is an issue with one of these figures that Fuzzy of the Dunlop brought to my attention just literally before we went live, which I thought was an interesting little thing. So you'll see down the bottom corner there, you've got an image of the Green Arrow figure.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys recognise him. That's Connor Hawke, who's Oliver Queen's son in the comic books. So this is the figure, very clearly white. Connor Hawke's not white in the comics. He's I think he's Asian actually, or Korean. I can't remember, but he's certainly not white. So it's interesting that they've whitewashed him for some reason. Not quite sure why they've done that, to be honest. Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. That's right.
It might be the lighting in this photo, though. Maybe it'll look a bit more like appropriate in hand.
Oh, right. Dark Knight he was white in one version. Oh, okay, that's interesting. New 52, maybe. I haven't read much New 52.
Okay.
Certainly the original version was because he took over after Oliver Queen died in a plane crash. He got better, don't worry. Superman found an atom of him on his old costume and brought him back to life.
As you do.
As you do. Oh, look at that! This is the Marvel Legends Doctor Doom cosplay helmet.
I nearly put this on my slide, and yeah.
I just think it's lush. I really do think.
And you know, with you know, the new Marvel movie that's going to be coming out with it's a helmet you've got to get.
I just think it looks great. I had crikey, maybe 15 years ago, Marvel licensed a load of props to a company called Factory X, and I got the Nick Fury needle gun. I never got the Hammer of Thor, which was a shame, but I got the Doom mask, which is a metal helmet. It looked shite, but it was quite sexy. And then I got rid of it. This I'm definitely getting. This will go with my Magneto helmet and all. I've got a bit of a helmet collection actually. This Chris was the helmet I was talking about. I told you I'd show you a nice big shiny helmet, Chris.
We could all get one of these for a Comic-Con and be his, you know, Doombots.
Doombots? We could. Yeah. What do you think, guys? Any of you picking this up?
I'm tempted. I still want that Magneto helmet, but I just
Magneto helmet. You can get it for a reasonable price now. You know, 80 quid.
You can, yeah.
I just don't. I don't have anywhere to put this. I did do it.
On your head. Just wear it.
You can
I'll just melt it to my face.
James, you can get on.
Would you get those cheeks in there, James? Do you think? Would you get your little face?
No, they're too chubby.
You can get helmet like wall mounts that just go straight on the wall.
I can't be fucked with that. Simon, I appreciate the suggestion, but just that's like it comes with the hood is included and everything like that. I think the detail looks fantastic. It looks great. And these are like not super. They're 100 quid
100
typically. 100
yeah,
quid.
They normally come out I think around about 120. But normally if you leave them for a couple of months, you can get them as long as you don't go to some of the silly places.
If you wait for like Black Friday or something like that, they get down in price.
Yeah, I think I got my Magneto one for around about 80 quid. But if you go to, like Mankind and places like that, they're normally about 120 or something like that.
Decent.
But I think this looks great. I think the quality looks great. So I'll definitely be picking this up. Albane versus MF Doom. Yeah, that would be cool. Lighting in the photo, he's white, plain and simple. Yeah, I agree, Efren. It's a white figure. But like I say, Darkmane said that he's white in one of the versions of the comics. I haven't seen that. I'm familiar with him pre-52. I kind of abandoned DC after New 52, I have to say. But yeah, I think this looks cracking. Looking forward to getting that one. Simon, man. What the shit's that? What's going on with his chest? Why are his boobs like popping out of his chest?
He's a little monkey man.
He's a little monkey man.
Yeah. Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
It's Goku's Super Saiyan 4 version, and it's a new version, and the new anime Dragon Ball Daima. And this is.
Didn't understand.
You could be making this up now.
I'm not making it up. I'm not making it up. Yeah, anyway, but yeah, they do look very boobish. I think they're supposed to look like pecs, but you know.
Okay.
So that's the SH Figuarts. Some people, you know, anime fans would love this figure. So
would they?
Yeah, they would. Yeah.
Just in general.
Yeah.
Speaking for a lot of people.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, a lot of people like Dragon Ball Z, so they'd pick this one up if they're picking them up.
Samurai Jack, Simon.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever watched Samurai Jack.
You've never watched Samurai Jack? It's amazing. It's a classic. So with Samurai Jack, they had it on Cartoon Network and they did it all, and then they stopped it and just left it at a dead end, and then the animator managed to pick it back up again and finish it. So they did like the last episode, so it actually finishes. It's what a classic cartoon that I really love, and there hasn't been many figures out of Samurai Jack. There has been figures, but not as detailed as this M.A.S.K one. So, and there is more accessories in this. You get a lot of accessories. So I haven't been able to put all of them on the slide.
I was just going to say, do you not get any swords with them?
You do get swords.
Yeah,
you get portals and all sorts. So there's a lot you get. So it's definitely one I'd
figures,
like to
I
pick
ask
up.
this every time we get various answers. Price point for a M.A.S.K?
80 to 120. It's the typical range now.
Okay. Nice looking figure if you're into Samurai Jack.
Like in terms of an animated like looking figure, I think it looks spectacular. You know, like I think The face looks spot on. Like it looks great. I haven't watched Samurai Jackson as a kid, but I love that shit. Like that was great. You know.
You need to watch the last series of it, James. It's really good. So.
Yeah, that's open mind.
I'll try and get into it as well. Bonhood pass. Yeah, too pricey. The M.A.S.K figures are pricey, but some of them look amazing. I was looking at someone on Instagram who's recently picked up a Green Goblin M.A.S.K figure, I think it was, and it was absolutely stunning. Beautiful figure. This is slightly interesting. So this is, James, tell us if I'm getting wrong, the Ghoul from Fallout.
Yes, I've not actually seen the show still.
You've never seen the show?
I've not watched the show yet. No.
You've not watched Fallout yet?
No, I haven't. It's next. I'm blasting through Invincible at the moment, and then I'm gonna move on to that. So
it's tremendous, great.
Yeah, I've heard it's fantastic. Yeah.
This is one of those interesting things that we get every now and then with third-party 1/6 scale figures. So X Studio, never heard of them, announced that they've got this this Ghoul figure coming out with that image on the right end there. Pretty much immediately after that, now we've got this Giant Exhibition Toys, never heard of them, said, well, this is their Ghoul figure, and then So Toys have now introduced that silhouette figure and said, oh, coming soon, and it's obviously the Ghoul. So we've got four third-party companies all knocking out the same figure, which they do now and then, which never makes sense to us. I don't understand it. Anyway, figures look pretty cool. That X Studio grinning version head sculpt looks pretty cool. I like that. I liked the show. Well, I didn't like the show. I loved the show, but this is not a figure I'll rush to get. I don't think.
No.
Any of you guys interested?
I've watched the show yet, so I don't know. I know the ghoul is in the game, and he's cool in that. But
He's a tremendous character in the show.
Yeah, I know. Like Walton Goggins, isn't it? I think the one on the right, X Studio, that looks like the higher quality one. I think the tailoring on the suit looks better.
I'm always slightly nervous when it's companies you've never heard of.
These are all the same. Like there's 3 or 4 different companies that just changed their name for everything. It is fun. Like my guess is that all of these 3 companies started development on this figure right when the show was peak popularity, and that's that was what a year ago or 9 months ago or something. And that's just how long it takes to get to the stage that you're able to unveil it.
Yeah, worth watching. Worth watching the show, James. I love the games, but still haven't seen the show either. Shiny, it is well worth. So I've never played the games, but I absolutely loved the show. I thought the performances were great. It was an interesting world. The Ghoul is tremendous. It's well worth catching up and watching. I'll not be buying a figure, but yeah, but interesting. Okay, James, you have control.
Alrighty. So Sony had their State of Play nearly a month ago. So they unveiled one big game. I'll talk about on a separate slide, but there were some cool announcements. So Mind's Eye, this is like an interesting one on the top right there. It's from I can't remember the developer's name, but he was former Rockstar Games. He's like one of the leads on like Grand Theft Auto, like 3 up to like Grand Theft Auto 5. If you look at the gameplay, it's very Grand Theft Auto-esque. It's like kind of like almost like a iRobot sort of universe, I think. It's all about like AI and stuff, but it looks like an open world kind of crime game in like a semi-futuristic world. So that looked really cool. We got a new look at Borderlands 4. Directive 8020, we talked about this on the horror channel. That's Supermassive Games' new video game. So if you like the Dark Pictures anthology, it's kind of a choose your own adventure thing. Looks very kind of The Thing meets Alien, so that looked really cool. Lost Soul Aside is like a Final Fantasy-esque kind of action RPG thing. Looks really beautiful. Graphically, got a new trailer from Metal Gear Solid Delta, Snake Eater, so excited for that. And there was a new look at Onimusha, some gameplay in that as well, and that looks fantastic. Like a lot of like environmental, like you can kick tables over against enemies and stuff like that. And I like that used to be a thing back in the PS3 era, that every game kind of experimented with like physics and environments and stuff. And we moved a bit away from that, so it was cool to see a game like kind of push forward a little bit in that area. So that was really cool.
Borderlands, just to mention, Borderlands is currently on Amazon for anybody that wants to.
I enjoyed that,
it.
actually. It wasn't that bad. Like, everyone slated it, but I thought it was a fun watch. So
Yeah.
No, it's
I'll
a
give it
stupid
watch.
movie.
Yeah,
So-
I'll give it a watch.
yeah, it's a fun,
Have you
easy
seen
watch.
James, have you?
I haven't watched it yet. I followed this as it was being made, the story behind it, so I kind of knew it was going to be a shit show. And then the trailer just makes it look like it's a Guardians of the Galaxy ripoff.
Yeah.
Have you watched? You've not watched the show, the movie then?
No, I love the universe like of Borderlands. I played the first game.
Yeah,
And
it's
I
not that
played
bad.
the
The movie.
Telltale.
I watched it the other day, and it is not that bad. Everyone was slating it, and it's actually, a decent watch. So,
I'm going to give it a watch. Let's see what it's like.
yeah.
So the big kind of reveal at the end of the state of play was Housemarque's new game. So this is called Saros. So Housemarque did Returnal. I've talked about it a few times, I think, on this or on the horror channel. It's like a bullet hell third person shooter thing. So you're like, you see on the bottom of my thing, that's kind of how like projectiles come at you and you have to kind of dodge. And Returnal had this mechanic where it's a roguelite. So when you die, you go back to the very start of the game, and like there's only kind of 4 or 5 kind of key points that you hit where it'll save like permanently, or like certain upgrades might carry over. But for the most part, you die in level 3, you go back to the start of level 1. It's really brutal in terms of like difficulty, and like, it's a hard game as well. But it's just like kind of, you're encouraged to kind of keep pushing and pushing. And like, I think it was a really rewarding experience. So this is like kind of a spiritual successor by the same team. Very excited. The lead actor, Daniel Coley. So I know he's in a few things, popular actors. He's playing the lead character in it.
Sorry.
Raul Coley, yep. So yeah, I'm really, really stoked for this. I think like it looks like a cool like hellscape kind of universe, and like just on the top right image, like that's kind of one of the boss characters. I think it's gonna be really cool to fight. So, really, really stoked about this.
Sounds like nightmare fuel.
Yeah, they are. I mean, Returnal is a creepy fucking game. There's some spooky shit in it. But I love it. I think it's probably after Demon's Souls my favorite PS5 game. So like, I definitely recommend.
Good stuff.
Yeah. So we got some new details on the Black Panther game. Some kind of leaks from one of the studios, one of the developers. I took a screenshot of it. Just give me 1 second. I should have this prepped. I thought the Warner Brothers one was going to come first. Yeah. So you choose the next Black Panther. Now, I think initially it was reported that it was going to be like you create a character, but apparently you select who the next Black Panther is going to be, and you have multiple options. So T'Challa, M'Baku, Azari, Shuri, Killmonger, and there's a few more options. So I think you just pick at the start of the game who you want, who's going to win the trial to be the next Black Panther, and then that'll change how the story kind of unfolds at that point. It intends to replicate authentic African martial arts mixed with superhuman strength and agility with tech. It's a over-the-shoulder perspective. Weapons, armor, and gadgets are unique to each Black Panther. Explore cities, savannas, and more that let you encounter unique cultures and characters. Story reacts to your choices and actions with unique stories, missions, and dynamics. This sounds really cool.
With the story reactions, would it be a Telltale game where it goes through?
No, it's like a third person, like a Assassin's Creed-esque action adventure open world game.
Okay.
I think it'll just be like they'll be like obviously picking who the Black Panther's going to be is going to have impact on the story. That's your main character then at that point,
Is this the one that Captain America's in, or is that a different game?
No, it's a separate game. That one's World War II one, Captain America, Black Panther, something Heroes Unite or something like that, I think it's called.
I never understand the timing of this. Do you know what I mean? A Black Panther game, like what, 3 years after the last Black Panther movie?
Games take a very long time to make, man. Like this probably entered development.
They should get the fingers out. Work a bit harder. You know what I mean?
Fair. I mean, I'm excited. I'm really excited to see like it, in motion and see how I think like the African martial arts kind of thing, like where you punch somebody and they crack into a wall. I think that sounds really cool. So, did you give this a go?
No.
No interest. No. Not even. Can't even tempt with a Marvel game. No.
No, Black Panther's not. I enjoyed the first movie, but it's not a character I would read. It's certainly not a character. You know, I don't play a lot of games, so it's not a character that I would be drawn to play. I'm more interested in the Wolverine game that might be coming out soon or whatever. Yeah. Black Panther doesn't really float me boat.
Fair enough. Next up. So Warner Brothers Games is kind of on fire at the moment. So there was a report 3 weeks ago. So Monolith Studio is the team that did, you see on the third one, from the left. That's the Shadow of War.
Yeah.
So Shadow of Mordor, Middle Earth games, Lord of the Rings games. That had that amazing Nemesis system in it, where like
Yes, I remember that.
you know, a random enemy orc kills you, they can kind of rise to the ranks.
I wonder why that not been in a game for a while.
So
Did
Warner
they have
Brothers
the
has
licensing?
Warner Brothers has a patent on it. So
Oh, they got a
no
patent.
other studio is allowed to use it.
Yeah.
Only Warner Brothers. It can only be used in a Warner Brothers game, unless like they licensed out or something. But I don't
Yeah.
think any other studio would pay. But like it is, I think, one of the best innovations in games in the last like 20 years.
It is, yeah.
The fact that you create this kind of dynamic story with, you know, the orc remembering what you've done in previously, and like if you burn
they
him,
can
the next time
become
he
a
shows up,
boss.
he's burnt and stuff. It's really amazing.
Yeah.
So, Monolith was working on a Wonder Woman game. So this was announced in 2021. So there was a report a couple of weeks ago that the game was rebooted in 2024, at the beginning of 2024. The Nemesis system was going to be in that had been removed. And apparently it was being changed into a live service game. On top of that, Rocksteady is now working on a Batman game. So most of the talents from that did the Batman games are gone, like the Suicide Squad. And then Warner Brothers Montreal, who did Arkham Origins, pitched a Constantine game. They got that rejected. Then they were told to work on a Flash game. And they got really far into development on a Flash game. And then the movie came out and bombed, and they cancelled that. So this was 2 weeks ago that all this came out, right?
You see, who comes up with these ideas like, oh, we're going to do a Flash game, and then because it bombed, we won't do it. They've spent
Because
all that money.
Ezra
like
Miller
throwing
smacked a
money.
lady in a bar. This $500 million game is cancelled. You know, and all these people are out of
game
work.
studios or these companies, they just throw money at these game studios just to waste it.
Yeah. I mean, so that was 2 weeks ago. 5 days ago, Monolith Studios has been shut down. It's gone. And the Wonder Woman game's cancelled. So that's not happening anymore. Player First Games, who did Multiverses, who were only bought by Warner Brothers mid last year, have also been shut down. So, and then another support team has been shut down. So we're not getting a Wonder Woman game anymore. That Nemesis system is just not going to be used in any games again, because Monolith was the team that made games that used it. So that's gone. And they've said that they're going to only be working on, they're focusing on Game of Thrones, Harry Potter, DC, and fourth one, Harry Potter. Yeah, those three, and then another one. So apparently Montreal is pitching a Game of Thrones game. But like, that's all. Oh, and Mortal Kombat, sorry, yeah. So that's all we're going to be getting off Warner Brothers. No Matrix game, no Scooby-Doo games, nothing like that, like going forward. So, pretty shitty. Monolith is so good. Like, I mean, Shadow of Mordor is so good. Like, it's just such a, that just really sucks, you know?
It just is what it is with these game studios, though, isn't it? So
yeah, just shit management.
It seems every time we have a show, you talk and tell more about some other studio that's shut down. It must be uncomfortable times in the gaming industry. If
100%, yeah. And
I think a lot. What's funny is a lot of them can go off on their own or to different studios and do really well. Like, or make an indie game that makes it more better and successful. So.
The irony, I think, is that a lot of these studios get push on games. Like, they're told, make a live service game. Rocksteady was told, make a live service game. Make a game that prints money. And they're not used to making them. So they make one, and then it doesn't do well, and then they get shut down. And that's not. And then the executive who made that decision still gets his fucking $50 million a year bonus, you know, and all these people lose their jobs. It's really shitty. So like, yeah, it's been. I feel like every episode there's just some kind of shit news. So it's been a bit rough lately. They also closed Rooster Teeth last year, who make Ruby, which is my favorite franchise ever. Luckily, Viz bought the license, but Warner Brothers. Closing everything. Yeah, Rooster Teeth. So like that's been scaled back. I think Bernie Burns, who started that, has bought it back, and they're just going to go back to doing like Let's Plays and stuff like that. I think Ruby has been moved to like another studio, so that's going to continue on as normal. But yeah, fuck Warner Brothers, man. this is shitty. Yeah, I want my Nemesis system. I like imagine that we could have got a fucking Punisher game or something that used it. Or
yeah, that Nemesis
like that,
system needs to be bought out. Like,
like a Mafia game or something. There's been amazing opportunities to use that in other things. So sucky. So that's that. And then I have another one. Yeah. So this was a couple months ago, but we had kind of a full news slate the last few times. It was a bit quieter this month, so I thought that was in. Peter, are you wearing a Helldivers 2 movie?
No.
So PlayStation Productions announced a few new projects. Helldivers movie we're getting, which to me sounds a bit redundant because Starship Troopers.
Yeah.
Live action or is it cartoon?
Live action.
Okay. I mean,
They've
Simon-
done that because, yeah.
Excited about that?
I mean, that would be cool, but they've obviously done that to sort of
well, I mean,
mulch down on Starship Troopers because Starship Troopers announced that they bring in a game out, didn't they?
well, that's interesting because Starship Troopers has brought a game out, but there's going to be a Starship Troopers reboot movie coming out as well. That was announced last month, I think.
Yeah, I just find it like because Helldivers, the game, part of the experience is you're just kind of a mindless, like you're just you're a faceless thing. Every time you die, you're playing a new person every time. So like to anchor the movie around one character, I think is sort of strange in the Helldivers universe. But I think I can imagine sitting in the cinema with the dun 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 dun.
Anything like Starship Troopers, I'm in. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That
Exactly.
yeah. Shiny says Helldivers will start Jack Black because he's been in everything else.
I mean, it's entirely possible.
He's gonna be. Have you seen him? He's gonna be in Minecraft.
I was gonna say I watched the trailer for that the other day. Fuck.
Oh, looks crap.
Jesus,
Yeah, it looks
I
really
know.
bad. Yeah. I love, like, I've always loved Jack Black. But I'm just getting kind of sick of him. I think he's just in too much. He's doing too much.
Yeah.
So they announced the Helldivers movie. There was a Horizon movie announced. So that was being developed as a show for Netflix, I believe, and that was cancelled. So they're doing a movie now instead. I think it's more appropriate to do a movie for that because it's like, big, huge robot dinosaurs and shit. And I think a movie makes more sense to me for that.
As a movie, definitely.
I think so. It's a really cool universe. And then we're getting a Ghost of Tsushima Legends anime series from on Crunchyroll. So that's going to be in 2026, I believe, or 27 maybe. Do you know what Ghost of Tsushima Legends is?
It's the game, yeah.
It's the game, but it's the multiplayer mode specifically. So it's sort of like from the perspective of like a storyteller, and he's talking about like these kind of ancient samurai that fought like Oni, like demons. It's a really cool aesthetic to it. There's like the Oni Baba and stuff. Really amazing visuals, really amazing like aesthetic. So I think it suits an anime really well. So I'm really excited to see that. Yeah. So that's that. And then releases. So we got just a little review roundup. Monster Hunter Wilds. Probably one
I'm on that at the
biggest
moment.
games. You're playing that at the moment. How is it?
Oh yeah,
Give us your
that's what
thoughts.
that's what. Well, I played Monster Hunter World, so
Yeah.
I'm a big Monster Hunter fan. So it's just another Monster Hunter to my title. But I'm obviously I don't have an Xbox anymore, and I'm playing it
On PC.
on PC. I could do with a better
I've
graphics
heard it's rough.
card. It is rough with
Yeah.
the graphics card, and I've got a really low graphics card.
No.
So I need to start saving up for a new one.
Yeah, I've never actually played any of the Monster Hunters. I was tempted to pick up World because it's like pretty cheap. It's tenner or something like that.
Did they make a movie Monster Hunter with?
Yeah, with Mila
They did,
Jovovich,
yeah.
Yeah.
Paul
I think
W.
I watched
Sanderson.
that.
Yeah,
I think I watched that.
yeah, it looked crap. So yeah, like that. I think Monster Hunter, like I always see clips of like taking down a giant
I
monster on your
actually,
own and
the
stuff.
same with
Looks really
Shiny
cool.
Shiny, I wanted to play that Kingdom Come Deliverance. It looked quite good.
Yeah, so this has been kind of a breakout hit. So it's like Skyrim, but it's like not a fantasy game. It's like just a straight up medieval, like also kind of realism.
Yeah.
And it's just absolutely rave reviews, and everybody loves it. So I think it's a first person game. I just I like the idea of like a medieval, like realistic medieval game.
I think like from what I've seen from the trailers, it's like he's drunk and whatnot. And then he has to go and battle in his medieval knight and stuff like that. So,
I saw one clip. It was like somebody choked a woman. Someone choked a woman to death, and then the guards are interviewing you, and you said, "Oh, I thought she wanted to shoot it." And if you're like your charisma's high enough, they'll go, "Well, I suppose we'll let you away with it this time." And I thought that was really funny. But first person like RPG games is not really my thing. I think I have the first game from PlayStation Now, so I might jump into that and see how I like. But also, like, I find these kind of massive RPG games really intimidating as well because you have to invest so much time into them. So yeah, apparently that's really great. And then Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii is the new Yakuza game. So I like a good pirate thing. It looks really weird, and Yakuza. The Yakuza games.
Did you watch the anime? Not the anime, the Amazon series.
No, I heard it was crap.
I liked it.
You liked it? Okay, fair.
Yeah.
I heard it was crap anyway. But I've never played any of the Yakuza games. This just looked kind of fun. I just like ship battles and stuff like that, and it's got kind of a zany tone to it. I think that's kind of fun. So I just thought I'd throw that in there. So that's those are the 3 big games released in the last
Very cool.
month or
Very
so.
cool.
I think
Just
that's
speaking
all
of
mine, is
pirates,
it?
Just
Yeah.
speaking of pirates, James, I took a screenshot of something the other day for you. I forgot to send it to you. There's a pirate museum open. I know you were talking about that a little while ago on a show.
Where?
It's in the UK. I'll find the screenshot and I'll send it to you.
Well, that sounds like
I wouldn't mind going.
a trip.
Pirate
Yeah.
Museum.
Let's
Yeah.
do it.
Smashing. Thank you very much for that, chaps. Well,
bye.
that brings us to the end of tonight's show. So thank you very much, everybody that stopped by and has been watching. Thank you to you guys. Just a few things to mention. First of all, my membership is up and running. So if you're interested in that, please do check it out over on the YouTube page. We've got a few different things for you to watch over on the channel. Street Hawk and Buffy Pop Culture Playbacks, talking all about those series. We've got a few different I Can View This Is that we've done lately. We've got the Ang Lee Hulk and also the Incredible Hulk. And we've got the live show we did on Sunday night, which was looking at some of the worst Marvel movies that we think have been... Well, sorry, that you think, because it was all the movies that you guys suggested. We're going to do DC ones next, I think. That'll be interesting. So please do go check them out. Next live show, next Tuesday night, is myself and Efren talking about all the comic books coming out in May, I think it'll be. So please do make sure you jump on to check that out. James, what I've got coming up on One Good Scare?
Well, at the moment we have our non-spoiler for The Monkey. We have a spoiler review for Companion. Because I'll be right back on Dog Soldiers. That's finally out. So check those out. And then coming up, we'll have spoiler reviews for The Monkey, spoiler review for Hard Eyes. We're live on Saturday for
Have we recorded Hard Eyes?
not yet, no. Tell me you remember enough of the movie to do a review for it. And then we have One Good Scare live on Saturday night instead of Friday night this week. And then the next I'll Be Right Back will be on Leprechaun 2. So in time for Paddy's Day. So yeah. Have you watched it yet, Pete?
Nah, for shite. No. No, for shite. I'm just going to tell you I've watched it and just pretend. Simon, what's happening in your world? Got any YouTube stuff happening?
No YouTube. So I'm too busy with work and gaming at the moment. Playing Monster Hunter Wilds.
Okay, no problem at all. No problem. Okie dokie. Thank you very much to everybody that has watched. Always appreciate you stopping by. Thank you very much for you two guys, and we shall catch you all next time. So see you later, guys. Bye.
Bye.
The curtain's closed. It's time to go. We really hope you enjoyed the show. Check out my channel for more geeky fun and hit like, subscribe before you run. All that remains is our thanks to you from Triple G and his YouTube crew. We really do hope you come on back, but for now, that's your whack. Yeah, that's